Yeah, so we didn't get to it, but I'm gonna start it off right off the rip. I got a tie at number 5. Favorite holidays: Memorial Day / Veterans Day. I got those both in there. I like to pay homage, have a little cookout, do a little something, and just remember, freedom isn't free. Pay number 5.
So I'm doing my number 5 and not my OLIs.
You got OLIs? Let them ride.
I got a lot of OLIs.
Oh
All right.
man,
All right, here we go. First, a little furthest down or outside looking in. Valentine's Day.
boo.
That's one step up above that. Christmas.
That's big trash.
The
One
Scrooge.
step above that.
Scrooge.
New Year's. One step above that. Daddy's Day, Father's Day, and the last OLI, Labor Day. And why is that? Why is that up there so high? Labor Day
Football
is.
starting.
Yeah, you go. Football's right around the corner. You're doing your fantasy drafts around that weekend. Labor Day is my unofficial number 6.
We do our fancy football draft the Sunday before Labor Day for the past 5 years anyway. And Labor Day on a lot of years, this one included, is my birthday.
That's facts.
All right. So my official number 5, round 1 of the NCAA tournament.
Player. Bias.
That's a good one. I gotta be honest with you.
It's not even a holiday though.
It's a holiday. It's definitely a holiday.
I'll tell you what, I was in Las Vegas at Caesar's Palace for it. It was a holiday for me. Big G, number 5.
New Year's.
Ooh. All right. Tate, we got at 5.
I got Labor Day.
All right. So for 4,
for many of the reasons you guys said, started football, close to summer, last good summer weekend, really, and my birthday this year.
number 4 for me, Super Bowl Sunday.
Yeah. You didn't object to that?
Because it's a holiday.
That's a big holiday.
So round 1 of the NCAA tournament. Holiday.
It's on a Thursday afternoon. It's not a holiday.
No.
Was yesterday not a holiday to some people?
Do you know that the Wednesday before NCAA tournament has the most vasectomies of any day in the year?
Yes.
Guys sit around on peas and carrots the rest of the weekend. Watching basketball. Pay number 4.
Number 4. Sweetest Day.
Come on, man.
That might the Midwest. My Midwest people know what I'm talking about. Number 4. Sweetest Day.
Big G, number 4.
July 4th. July 4th. Number 4.
Tate, number 4.
Number 4, I ain't been celebrating too long, but I'm going to give my boy MLK some love. Martin Luther King Day.
Nice. Number 3 for me, 4th of July. As a dog father, I struggle sometimes with too many boom booms. But I love Independence Day. So we'll take that as number 3. Pay, what you got for number 3?
Number 3. Super Bowl. No
explanation. There you go. Big G, number 3.
Super Bowl Sunday.
Same for you.
Yep.
Tate, number 3.
New Year's Day.
New Year's Day, not Eve.
New Year's Day. Bowl games galore. Food, sitting at home off work. Love it.
All right.
That's changing this year, though. That's changing, but we'll get to that later.
Number 2 for me, Thanksgiving. I like, what are you thankful for? The big spread of food. Obviously, it's kind of my thing. Pay, what you got for number 2?
Number 2. It's a mismatch. So my birthday and Halloween for number 2. We are the official start of the Scorpio season. Number 2 is the late October holiday swing.
Big G, number 2.
Thanksgiving.
Round bellies. I love it.
Nothing wrong with it. Tate, number 2.
Super Bowl.
All right. And my number 1 ain't got a darn thing to do with Pay's birthday. Halloween's my favorite holiday.
Scorpio season.
Pay, number 1 holiday.
Number 1 holiday, Juneteenth. Independence Day.
Juneteenth. When did that get put in as a official holiday? It was way too
21.
recent. It was way
21.
too recent.
3 years ago. 3 years ago.
Yeah.
2020. 2020.
21.
Stuff going on.
21.
Facts.
Biden made it 21.
Facts.
Oh, you said Biden did it? Okay. Biden did it.
Facts.
All right.
That makes sense.
Facts.
Big G, number 1 holiday.
Christmas.
I could have penciled that in for you.
I'm pretty sure you do run to the tree with your little with your pajama with the feet.
Listen,
You just
man,
open up
I've seen.
stuff.
I wear the pajamas with the feet. Every year I wear the pajamas with the feet.
I have seen the G family
I got 'em.
Christmas pictures with everybody in matching stuff, and yep, I get it. Tate, number 1 holiday.
Thanksgiving.
So I just want to point out that Big G's number 1 holiday is Christmas, and none of us have it in our top 5 outside of G.
Mm-hmm.
It's just become too commercialized for the last 30 years, man. I don't fool with it. Me and my wife don't get each other nothing. We get the kids, my nieces and nephews stuff, but we don't get each other nothing. I don't get my mom or brother or sister, nobody nothing but the kids.
Listen, if you've got kids, and you know me and G are the fathers on this. And where was Dad's Day on your list, G? But come back to that later. Me and
Number
G are the
6.
fathers here. Me and G are the fathers here. Listen, Christmas gets annoying. Christmas gets annoying at times,
Bro.
No, yeah, that's why that's
year-
why it's not in my top 5.
This year Christmas is big fine. This year Christmas is gonna be this year Christmas is gonna be beautiful because the playoffs start December 20th. The next playoff rounds is the 20th and the 21st. The next playoff rounds is the 27th and 28th. So Christmas is right in the middle, and the Steelers play on
And
Christmas.
don't forget, LeBron James celebrates his 73rd birthday right before that.
December 30th.
40th birthday. 40th.
Oh, my bad.
40th.
I gave him a couple extra years. My bad.
Don't be a hater, Peter. Don't be a hater. Don't be a hater.
You know I don't hate on him. All right, so we got that out of the way. As a carryover from the homies, for all of you that were on there, we appreciate you. Go ahead, take a moment, like, subscribe. We got Pittsburgh Toddy, Afton, Tim, the Quad Father, AFL 67. All you guys follow us back over here. We appreciate you. TD back in the house. Pour a drink up, TD. Whatever you got to do. We have, I believe, Pfizer working on the bias lecithin. That's going to be a new drug on the market for Big G to show less bias. That'll be the bias lecithin. So
I ain't taking my meds.
Get your subscriptions in for that.
I ain't taking my meds. I'm telling you right now, I ain't taking them.
Player.
I'm not taking them.
So, fellas, I want to stay on football for one more second because I got something. You know, we really get into the AFC North. We kind of dive in deep on it. But I want to know, outside of the AFC North, who do you have that might be a sleeper team that could make some noise this year and why? Pay, we'll start with you.
I'm gonna need you to define what sleeper means for the basis of this show.
Let's just go ahead and say somebody that's not in the top, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 teams as far as odds to win the Super Bowl.
Okay. We pull those odds up real fast. But just off the top of my head, and we're saying sleeper team to make the playoffs, go on a run, maybe
A nice
make the Super
run.
Bowl.
Yeah, nice run. Nice
Okay.
run.
I'm really, really invested in not the Buffalo Bills, but I think this might be the year that Miami can actually, break through that wall and maybe get a couple playoff wins. Miami is one for me. In the NFC, if I had to do both conferences, I think you said sleeper, right? No, I'll be lying. Yeah, I'm gonna just no one in the NFC.
Big G.
The Green Bay Packers.
What happened to those Commanders?
The Green Bay Packers are not ranked in the top 10 right now in the NFL. They're somewhere around that cusp, right around there.
Yeah, you're right.
But Jordan Love is going to handle his business. Jordan and the Green Bay Packers. Listen, Detroit better get ready. Detroit, because everybody else in the division, it don't even matter. But Detroit better be ready when the Packers show up, bro. They better be ready. Green Bay for real, bro. Green Bay for real. Green Bay Packers.
All right. Tate. Who's your sleeper that might be able to make some noise?
Pittsburgh Steelers. I mean, they're ranked number 18 in the most recent power rankings released.
That is facts.
So
that is facts.
I'm going Steelers. And not just to make them happy, I think they're going to be better. I'm going to say the Bears.
All right. My sleeper team, and it's partially what Pay said. Pay said, you know what? I don't have anybody in the NFC. I think the NFC is the weaker of the division, so I think somebody gets hot over there. They could make some noise in the playoffs. I'm looking at a team that got their veteran quarterback this year after not really having a quarterback last year, sent their struggling offensive coordinator / coach off to Pittsburgh.
What?
I think the Falcons are poised. They have an easy division. I like Cousins, Bijan Robinson, Drake London, Moore, Pitts. I like them. I think they're going to get better this year. I'm telling you, I think they're gonna win their division.
You just pick your perceived best team in a bad division, right? They're all sleepers.
It's a lot of it, yeah. It's a lot of it. I think if they get hot and they start building on something, they could make some noise because of who their competition is.
Now, you did say when I asked, you said they're going to go on a run. Winning their division is not going on a run, right?
So they could win a division, win a playoff game or two. Yeah,
host a playoff game.
Yeah,
they will host
win
it.
One at home.
So they'll be within driving distance to go back home and they get smoked.
And wait a minute, who was your pick again?
I picked the Miami Dolphins.
Tua is 0-7 in games under 49 degrees. He better be at home and host the whole playoffs because if he got to go on the road, he's smoked. He's not winning a game.
I like Atlanta better than Miami.
Yes,
I don't know. I think it's
because Tua ain't winning in no cold weather. He's 0-7, 49 degrees and less.
I tell you,
he better not have to go to Cincinnati, Cleveland, Pittsburgh.
Tua's got a harder road to make some noise.
Who's the quarterback for the Atlanta Falcons?
Kirk Cousins.
All right. Do I need to go any further? Do I need to park this bus?
He better than Tua.
What does that got to do anything? Is he going to show up when the lights are bright?
Yeah.
When has he done that? When has he ever done that?
When has Tua showed up when the lights are bright?
Even
you said Tua's not going to show up because it's cold outside. Okay.
He don't.
Show me when Kurt's going to show up.
He's in a fox fur. He wears a fox fur up underneath his uniform. When it's 49 degrees and less, he wears a fox fur. He's 0-7 with 49 degrees or less. Miami better be 13 and some change because if they got to go on the road to New York Jets, to Buffalo, to Pittsburgh, to Cincinnati, to Baltimore, it's over. It's over.
They're going to host the playoff game because they don't win the division.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes.
No.
I said it.
Player. No. B-Dirt, you about to get the biggest fine in
In
history.
fact, he's already got it.
He's got the biggest fine in history. His mic is mute. The big fine.
Did you mute me there, Tate?
No, I didn't.
I think Tate muted me. But no, Thomas Edie has the Falcons. Afton asked about the Texans. Texans are ranked too high. On the cusp, though, the Jags, Quadfather, Claude Bishop said the Redskins, they're not even a football team anymore.
Dang, Claude, you going to the Matrix off a
Commanders.
name, Claude?
Commanders. Commanders.
If people are going to the Matrix over names, Big G, you live there.
Rut-row.
That's big facts. I can't argue that. Can't dispute it.
All right. Well, let's transition over to the NBA. So we've had a lot of talk about the LA Lakers, like normal.
Hey, be there. You want to take a break real quick?
Sure.
Do it. Take the commercial.
Hey, if you're watching on YouTube, you know we're not going anywhere. We just got to pay a few bills on the audio platform side. So if you're listening on Spotify, Apple, Google, Amazon, iHeartRadio, we have to hear a few words from our partners, and we'll be back after this.
All right, we're back. For the homies overtime, we are transitioning out of football and into basketball here for a bit. We're going to talk about some NBA moves or lack thereof when it comes to the what's the timeout?
Hey,
he's late on those algorithm signs. Just take final. Go ahead, B.
Hey, B. Dirt, you had one more football topic. You had Prescott.
Yeah, I have two more football topics. I just wasn't gonna. I was gonna make a sandwich of them.
Okay.
Hey, I got a three algorithm sign minimum. I'm gonna take care of mine. You worry about yours.
Say it.
You're behind.
Okay. Mm-hmm. All right. I mentioned thank you and like and subscribe when we started. So
thank you, B-Dirt. There's
two. Anyway. NBA moves or lack thereof when it comes to the LA Lakers, kind of standing pat after drafting Bronny. I want to talk to you guys about what moves do you think are the most impactful? We've seen Clay to Dallas, Buddy Hield to Golden State, Mikal Bridges to the Knicks, Joe Ingles to Minnesota, Paul George I put the Knicks in here, but Paul George to the 76ers, yeah. Hartenstein to OKC. I think they're all really good moves. But I'm curious to what you guys think about who in your mind is making the biggest splash here. G, I know you've been really into this. I'm gonna start off with you. Who do you think helped their team the most with one of these moves?
I think the team to beat in the Western Conference is the Minnesota Timberwolves, based on the draft of Shannon and the kid out of Kentucky, and picking up Joe Ingles and PJ Dozier as free agents. They didn't lose no players. They pick up PJ Dozier, Joe Ingles, and the two kids that they drafted. Minnesota #1 in the West.
Ingles played with what? Rudy Gobert and
Utah.
And your Conway, you're the point guard there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think Minnesota, they was already a top-tier team. I like OKC. I think with the kid out of Chicago and Hartenstein, that helps them out a lot. And they got rid of trash Zach Edey. So I think that OKC's for real. But Minnesota gonna be hard to beat, bro.
Minnesota almost seemed like they ran out of steam at the end too.
Yeah, and they got four wings now. They added 4 wings.
Yeah.
The kid out of Kentucky, the kid out of Illinois, Ingles, and PJ Dozier. They ready to ride.
Pay, what do you think? You think Minnesota did the most here to help themselves, or you got somebody else in that position?
You said Joe Ingles, the longtime veteran. Is that a name that I heard?
Veteran 3-point shooter. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, not a factor, not one whatsoever. The team that I think did the most to help themselves this offseason has been the New York Knicks. Absolutely. They overpay for your New York Knicks, Big G.
Player.
They've done, even though they've overpaid for Mikal Bridges, he's the best. He's the
And Anunoby.
Well, they re-signed Anunoby. So I'm with him.
But they signed him to a $212 million contract. That is overpaid.
A big max.
Okay, they overpaid for Mikal Bridges, and they gave OG Anunoby his market value, which is a big deal. So I think the New York Knicks did the best to prove themselves. They are, in my opinion, they've closed the gap. Not all the way, but they've closed the gap some between them and Boston. They're a better team than Philadelphia, who also made some splash moves this offseason. They're a better team than just anybody else in that division. I don't think anybody else in the Eastern Conference as a whole has done better for themselves this offseason than the Knicks have done for themselves.
Who playing center for the Knicks?
Mitchell Robinson.
Cooked.
He might be. He might not be healthy most of the season. He wasn't healthy most of the season this year, and it was okay. As long as they got that Brunson kid and the rest of the Nova Power Rangers, they'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right,
Tate, boy, fresh this up.
Tate, who you got making the biggest splash so far in the early free agents?
Can I just say Anunoby is making more than Donovan Mitchell? That's his max, but that's not what his market value should be. That's not
Absolutely. That is absolutely big facts, Tate.
That's
That's the
way to keep him.
big facts.
This gonna surprise y'all, man, because it's twofold. It's about what has happened yesterday and what's going to happen. The Golden State Warriors, man.
Oh.
They picked up Buddy Hield in a trade.
Mm-hmm.
Buddy Hield's the only person in the last 5 years that has more threes than Steph Curry. So it's Buddy Hield and Steph Curry, 1-2 for threes the last 5 years. And they offering a big bag for Lauri Markkanen. That's going to open everything up. Golden State going to surprise y'all next year, man. And they still got Kuminga, Draymond Green. They still got some good young players, man. I think they're probably going to try and get up Andrew Wiggins too. But I got Golden State with the Buddy Hield move and the Lauri Markkanen move to come.
Ooh.
And getting off Clay's money.
Yeah.
I
like that.
Yeah, I don't mind that at all. You know, Clay to Dallas is interesting to me. They definitely need 3-point shooting. He's the best at catch and shoot. So it'll be interesting. I don't know if you can call him a big three anymore. I don't think Clay's there in his and what I worry about is in where he's at in his career right now. He's lost some defensively. That team needs to be better defensively. So I think that's one to keep an eye on. I'm not sure how that works. I think the Knicks have done the most with Bridges and getting you know, the Anunoby, whatever his name is, OG Anunoby signing. I just worry that the East is too deep and they haven't done enough to close the gap with Boston regardless.
Buddy Hield is going to his 7th season. This would be his 5th team he played for. Not a factor.
Okay. I'd argue the Knicks are best suited to win a national championship, not an NBA championship. They're going to miss size. Mitchell Robinson is not playable.
Villanova catching a stray.
Yeah. I mean, Mitchell Robinson is not playable in the fourth quarter because he's hacking Shaq all day and he has no offense. So they're going to be small. Teams going, they're better on the wing, but the interior losing Hardenstein is a big deal.
And you know what? Hardenstein is going to help protect the rim in OKC and be a big down there that can finish at the rim too.
Yeah, they're gonna move Chet to 4, and the Knicks got probably the most disgruntled player in the league on their team. Julius Randle don't want to be there. So all that Villanova chemistry and all whatever else.
He could get traded, G.
Try to freeze Julius Randle out and watch what's gonna happen. Boy, that boy gonna be shooting from the parking lot.
He could get traded.
As soon as he catch it, he pulling up. He's never gonna pass. He B-Dirt, I agree, but he's disgruntled. He don't want to be there. He don't want to be there.
I haven't heard that anywhere. But yeah, Julius Randle probably doesn't fit with the mold that they're trying to build in New York now. They probably, if they could move him in that contract and that shooting percentage, whatever they can get back would be a plus to this team.
That boy pulling up from the parking lot, bro. As soon as he catch, it's going up. He's not passing to nobody. He disgruntled, man. He don't want to be there. He don't want to be there. And now they got all the Nova boys. Oh my God, he's not gonna be able to take it.
I just wish I had some reckless speculation music to play.
Yeah, he don't want to be there, bro.
Fair.
He gonna push his way up out of there, but he gonna mess him up before he push him out. Before they push him out of there. Player. Hey, and DeMar DeRozan might end up in LA.
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan, because he's already said he played his last game in Chicago. And DeMar DeRozan helps Los Angeles a lot.
And he goes home.
Yep.
The pop out.
Yep.
Part 2.
DeMar DeRozan and that kid from Tennessee. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Well,
nice wings. That's nice wings.
All right. Well, we're going to swing it over to some Olympic talk.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I'm going to let Tate take most of this because he's a little more in tune with most of the Olympics. But my thing on here was, do you have a favorite story or something you're looking out for headed into the Olympics that interests you more than Simone Biles coming back after the issues she had in Tokyo with her mental capacity and whatnot, and withdrawing from some of the events? So, Tate, I'm going to turn this over to you and let you steer the ship here with this Olympics.
All right, man. I had a Simone Biles graphic. There it go. Let me pull this graphic up. But yeah, so the Olympics is coming up, starting the 26th, 3 weeks from today.
Mm-hmm.
3 weeks from today, the Olympics will be starting. So I guess just to start the discussion, what events are you guys like looking forward to?
I made my own event to answer your question and B's question. Not necessarily a story, but I made my own event. Like I said, I got a drinking game. I'm going to watch women's basketball, and I'm going to drink every time they mention a player that's not on the team. And I think we all know who that player is.
You are going to be hammered.
Sideways.
Yes.
Man.
Sideways.
Hope so.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get a nice light beer for that, something low in alcohol content. This is going to be a long night.
B, you know me better than this. You know me better. I do not drink beer.
80 proof, heard.
Yeah, we go.
Tate, I got 2 stories.
Go ahead, man.
2 stories I think for me, will the women's 100 and the men's 100 fall? The records fall for both of them because I think they can. And can Team USA men's basketball win the gold? It's a lot of pressure on them, man. And there's some good teams out there, man. There's some really good teams that's going to give them problems. So that's my 2 big stories.
So to the sprinters, the Usain Bolt 958.
Yep.
And Flojo's 10.49.
Yep.
So do you know the fastest American time in the 100?
Whatever Lyles ran.
No, he don't got it yet.
Who got the fastest time?
Tyson Gay got 9.69.
Ooh, he was blowing it out. Man, he was killing it. He ran a 9.69.
Yeah, I think Noah got a 9.7 though.
But if you got them 2 in the finals with a Jamaican, that record going down if the conditions is right, bro. that record going down because they're going to push each other. They're going to push each other. They're going to try to. I mean, they're really going to run. So if you get those two with a fast Jamaican in that final heat, oh yeah, that record might be out of there.
And then FloJo's 10.49. That I think the best time in the women's is 10.7 behind that. So that is over 2 whole tenths of a second faster.
Bro, baby girl can run that. Sha'Carri, that's easy. She can get that. And she's gonna have some Jamaicans pushing her too. So she's gonna have to show up. But Damu already told us, and shout out to Damu for all the information she gave us concerning track. The conditions have to be perfect, because when you start talking about tenths of a second, that's a movement. That's literally, like your shoulder moves the right way, or you get a bad start out of the blocks, or your shoes untied, or that's all that is. One bad step one way or the other, that's tenths of a second. So in the right conditions, and they run the perfect race with the right people pushing them, yeah, both of them records dropping this year. They gone.
I know who's going to beat FloJo's record.
Who?
What did you just tell me you want to do?
Beat FloJo.
And what is that?
10.49.
You want to run 10.49?
Yeah.
Do you believe you can do it?
Yeah.
Is it something you want to do, or is it something I'm for telling you to do? It's just what Aaliyah wants to do.
That's not even a question. Girl, I want to do it.
You want to do it?
It's not even a question.
Do you believe you can do it?
Yes.
Let's go. The journey starts now. Let's do this.
So
she got the DNA.
Both her parents are Olympians. Mom ran the hurdles. Dad ran 100 and 200. Got a few gold medals, few silver, few bronzes. One of the best track coaches in the world. So she got her dad to train her, and she got the DNA. And check out, that's another plug. Check out Sprint on Netflix. It's I think it's like 5 episodes, might be 6, but they're like 40 minutes. I watched the first 2, really good. My sister-in-law and brother-in-law and their family is in it, and the second one and the 5th one, I believe. But the first one's all about Noah Lyles and the dude Marcel, the dude from Italy that won the 100 in the last Olympics. Has been ducking everybody.
Yeah. I think he hurt.
He always hurt. He's been ducking everybody.
Yeah, I think
always down.
Always down, right?
But
ain't
Tate,
even start with AD.
but when Aaliyah get ready, that ain't gonna be the record, bro. That number gonna be a little bit lower.
Huh?
I say maybe 10-4, maybe 10-4 even.
Ooh, somebody's smoking. My last question about the Olympics, and you guys tell me what you think. It goes back to basketball, Big G.
Mm-hmm.
Is LBJ gonna be on the bench?
No way. No way. He's starting right off the bat.
Be on the bench, man.
He's starting, Tate. What is you talking about?
I'm saying the talk. I'm not saying what it is.
No way. He's starting. Who's your starting 5?
Ask Pay.
Who's your starting 5 for the men's Olympic team?
Well, you ask me. All I know is Steph and LeBron out there.
There's 2 out there. Joel Embiid 3.
He's gonna play for the USA.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right. So that's 3.
Yeah.
KD
4.
Yeah, he's there too. That's 4.
They started all the old guys.
They run. Is Shea, KD, or Tatum starting in?
Shea plays for Canada. Get your countries right.
So it's going to be Steph, KD, Bron, Joel, and Tatum. There's your 5. That's you running them 5 out on the floor right to start with.
So the roster is LeBron,
starter,
KD,
starter,
Bam Adebayo,
bench,
Devin Booker,
bench,
Steph Curry,
starter,
Anthony Davis,
bench,
Ant Edwards,
bench,
Joel Embiid,
starter,
Tyrese Halliburton,
bench,
Jrue Holiday,
bench,
Kawhi Leonard,
bench.
and
Damn it, we're playing 4-on-5.
and the aforementioned Jason Tatum.
Tatum starter. Tatum starter.
Listen to that, I might have to go with Big G, man.
It's Tatum,
Bro.
KD, Bron, Steph, and Joel.
I just don't come off the bench, LeBron. I
just
do not
think-
want to hear. I do not want to hear the discourse this summer. Let me have a summer off.
I can see always down starting over KD just because he's more the traditional power forward.
Maybe. Maybe.
This is the only thing that rivals to me what Simone Biles will be doing. I'm more interested because, you know, LeBron played in 2004 when we won bronze. And then since then, he's lost one game and won gold in 8, 12, 16, and 20.
Yep.
No, Bron didn't play in 16 and 20.
He didn't?
No.
Oh, I thought he did.
No. Last time he played was 12.
Really? So he's coming back after that big of a set off? Why would he not play?
This is fourth Olympics. I guess he was tired from going to all them finals and stuff.
Because this is a waste of his time. He's the GOAT,
Yeah.
man. He got chips to be winning. In
I didn't realize
2012.
that. Well, let's see if he can win one on the way out.
Whoa. You breaking news, B? On the way out.
Yeah, I'm going to break news. He's not going to play in the Olympics in 2028. I feel very confident
Yeah,
breaking
that
that
ain't
news.
happening.
You
I
heard
thought-
it here first.
I thought G was the king of reckless speculation, but G,
No,
It's
he's
not
he won't,
reckless
in 2028. He won't be.
hey, that's a hot take there, B. I don't know. Did you tell LeBron this?
Yes, I called him this morning and told him, don't even try it.
He's the captain.
Right.
He's the captain of the team.
Collect.
He's the captain. He's the captain. All the information is going to go through Bron. Bron is the captain of the team. He's going to show them young fellas how to get a ring. But it's this is going to be a hard. I'm telling you, this is a run because there's some other teams, and I push United States. He's not. That Canadian team is rough.
Hey, Big G,
Mm.
real quick, tell your boy Rob Lightfoot about his Gamecock receiver that run a 10-3.
That's slow, dog.
He gets smoked.
Yeah, that's but for his size, he's like 6'3", 6'4", 225 pounds of running a 10-3. That's super fast. But Olympic runners are completely different, man. Them dudes is running 9.7s, bro. They beat him by 2 and 3 steps easily.
I thought you were looking over here. Mr. Woodside said Embiid is being held out from what he's hearing.
Nah.
Really?
Nah.
Where's that comment at?
Right above the
Above.
one you're on.
Okay.
Nah. Not Joel playing. Don't worry about
I mean, I don't know, but I still think so. If Joel don't play, who replaces him?
it. American center.
Bam.
Yeah, and the starting lineup, yeah. Bam, and then we have a very
Well,
small
you put AD there.
AD don't want to play center.
Who cares what AD wants?
That's
It's
right.
Olympics. He don't want to play when he don't want to Olympics.
If Joel don't play, they'd have to go get who would they get for America?
The democracy is back here at home. It ain't traveling with this team. You're playing center. if
Hey,
we
you the
need
next tallest guy on the team. Hey, guess what? Guess what you're gonna do?
Hey,
Go jump ball.
Big G.
Mm.
They're gonna dial up and call Jared Allen.
Hey, I was gonna say him or Cat.
Ooh, Cat.
I was gonna say him or Cat. If Joel don't go, I'll say they was gonna get him or Cat.
Yeah, they're doing a thing with this roster. They want veterans and tough guys. I don't think Cat checks either of those boxes, so maybe not.
Jared Allen don't either. Not tough guy.
Mm-mm.
That's an interesting player that would get added to the team because when you start looking at American-born centers, man, that's man.
Well, both
That's a
of
problem.
the centers on the roster right now aren't American born, so
But they're American citizens. How they can play?
yeah. I mean, there's some wiggle. There's a lot of wiggle room in the Olympic qualifiers.
Not a center.
Very true.
I would say all the tall guys on the roster, AD, Bam, and Joel, they all play defense. If you throw Cat out there, I don't think he matches the makeup desires for this roster. In fact, I know that for a fact.
I'm really stuck thinking about another American. Man, that's a hard thing.
It might not be a center, but let's go with Paulo.
Oh, yeah, that would help. He's 6'10", about 250. Pablo Bancaro. Yeah, that would help. I think Pablo was born in Puerto Rico, man.
He's American. He was born in Texas or Washington State. Washington State.
Was he born in Washington State?
Washington State.
Well, yeah, he's in.
If he was born in Texas, we'd already know.
That's kind of Russia. I mean,
but I would take Pablo. I would take Pablo.
Hey, B Dirt, man. I'm done with the Olympic stuff, man.
All right, Big G, hit him with those algorithms before we take another break.
Go ahead, get us out with the outro. You want me to get it?
Get him with those rhythms.
Okay, I got you. Go ahead.
Let's go. Like, subscribe, hit that share button. Tell a friend to tell a friend about us. Get it over here, popping in this live chat. We appreciate you guys every day. We're going to take a quick. What's that?
Nothing. Go ahead.
All right. We're going to take a quick break, hear from our sponsors. We'll be right back after these messages. All right, welcome back to the Homies Overtime. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. Once again, we got the Algo Rhythm sign up over here by Big G. We appreciate you hitting that like, subscribe button. Big G, I don't know if Tate has the imaging readily available still or not, but Big G, you wanted to make a couple of comments or suggestions on that quarterback ranking from the regular Homies podcast, if I'm not mistaken.
I think we just need to settle it. You know, as far as like who deserves to be in the top 10. And like I said, I personally, and B-Dirt, I think me and you on the same page. There's two guys that don't deserve to be in that top 10, as far as I'm concerned. Because I mean, going in, and I think, and just me personally, Justin Herbert is the most overrated quarterback in the NFL. He's 30-32. He's got 0 playoff wins. What has he done to deserve to be in the top 6? I mean, what? I thought we play for wins and losses. That's what we play for. He's done nothing. He's done nothing. So that's just what I'm saying. I'm saying, okay, top 10. A couple of guys I think deserve, and I think some guys need to get pushed down in that list or pushed out because he ain't did nothing.
I don't know, man. His last 3 seasons have been. Last year he didn't play the whole season, but he started off 4,300 yards, 5,000 yards, 4,700 yards, and then had a shortened season. Even on a shortened season, he was a 93.2 ranking.
How much of that how much does Brandon Staley factor into what you perceive Justin Herbert to be?
Good question.
I mean, some part of it, but as far as a top 6 quarterback, no way.
He definitely stays in the top 10, though.
I can guarantee you that if Brandon Staley wasn't Brandon Staley, that Herbert would have at least 1 playoff win, because we all saw Brandon Staley jerk them around in the for the playoffs 2 different occasions.
Okay, so then if he's 30-32, so if you say 1 playoff win, now he's 31-31. That's his record. That's a 1-game difference.
But they've had a terrible defense while he's been there.
I'm just saying.
I'm talking strictly coaching. Strictly coaching. Herbert did his job. Strictly coaching. He blew it for them on multiple occasions.
His stats look good, and he passes the eye test to me. he's in the top 10 to me. You can argue if he's 6 or 7 or 8, but he's in the top 10.
He's somewhere around that 9, for me, 9 or 10. And Peter, I'm in 100% agreeing with you that Jared Goff should be in the top 10. I'm 100% agree, and I'm agreeing that Matt Stafford should be ranked. Stafford should be ranked higher, and Brock Purdy does not deserve to be in the top 10. No way, no way.
Yeah,
and Jalen Hurts, and Jalen Hurts should be in the top 10 too.
I disagree.
There's no way.
I think he's perfect.
Where? How?
At 11. I don't think he's as good as a quarterback as Jordan Love.
They came in the league at the same time.
Okay.
Jalen
and Jordan sat behind a veteran, and Jalen did not.
Quarterbacks under 6 years in the NFL. No, quarterbacks under 7 years in the NFL.
Let me ask this. Jordan Love's best year is better than Jalen Hurts' best year?
Absolutely.
No.
Okay. So they both had one really good year, and Jordan Love really had one really good last half of the season last year.
That's really stretching it. Yes.
I mean, his rating was
Jalen Hurts was what, number 2 in MVP voting, and Jordan Love won a couple of games in December.
His rating for the year was 96.1. He was almost 3-1 touchdown to interceptions, 32 touchdowns, 11 picks, 41.50 in yards.
Now, going back to what Pace said about the defense means, or you guys said about the defense matters. The Philadelphia Eagles went from having the number 2 defense to the number 26 defense. That's why you saw Jalen was trash last year, because their defense was ranked number 26 in the whole freaking NFL. Yeah. And like I said, at his peak with a good defense, Jalen Hurts almost beat Pat Mahomes, boy, in the Super Bowl.
It's not true.
Oh, Philadelphia was in that game, bro, to the end.
Yeah, but he didn't almost beat Pat Mahomes.
Go look at his stats. His stats was better than Mahomes boys, I think.
All right, so Jalen Hurts has never thrown for 4,000 yards. The most touchdowns he ever threw for were 23. That same season, last season, he threw 15 interceptions.
But he has the tush push. You got to factor that in. He doesn't always throw touchdowns. He just runs them in sometimes. Or he gets pushed into the end zone.
Yeah, but how many? So if you're on the half-yard line, I don't think a lot of quarterbacks are throwing for 10 touchdowns a year from the half-yard line.
You made a dissenting argument. He only has a career high of 23 touchdown passes. Yeah, he might have more if he didn't get pushed into the end zone a bunch of times as well.
He wouldn't have 30 last year. They wouldn't have thrown the ball 30 yards. They would have given it to Swift out of the backfield.
Are you sure about that? Because Philadelphia,
I would have,
20 years, they are anti-running back. So the quarterback would still find a way to get those numbers.
I think you got to add up all his scores. I mean, if you can't just get credit for just the passing touchdowns. You got to get credit for the rushing touchdowns too.
Exactly.
And Jalen Hurts threw for 300 yards, 27 to 38 for 300 in the Super Bowl. Mm-hmm. And they was in it to the end.
How many touchdowns? 1
touchdown. He ran for one. He ran for two. Ran for 2 and rushed for 1.
So he
killed him.
He had a better game on the biggest stage than Joe Burrow did.
Yeah, he did. He played out of control lightweight. He played out of control lightweight. 0 interceptions. He was out there handling his
He also had the best offensive line in the league.
Joe
Burrow had basically a Red Rover line from 4th grade.
But I'm not saying he's better. I'm not saying he's better than Joe Burrow.
I'm just telling you the comps of what you guys are talking about.
That is.
I'm not saying he's better.
Troy Aikman had one of the best lines in NFL history.
Yeah, I'm not saying he's better than Joe Burrow, but he deserves to be in the top 10. He deserved to be in it. Definitely.
Joe Burrow. He just played better in the big game than Joe Burrow did.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Red Rover is an elite recess game. Just putting that out there. Shout out to Dennis Pavlik. Listen to the Bear Club.
And Philadelphia fixed their defense, and they got arguably a top 2 running back in the NFL now. Arguably.
Mm-hmm. But I just want to point this out to you, G, because you've done this for 2 hours now. You made an argument for Jalen Hurts that completely undercuts your argument against Justin Herbert just minutes before. You are the greatest two guys I've ever met in my life.
No. Justin Herbert is not Jalen Hurts. Justin Herbert is 30 and 32 and has no playoff wins. That is nowhere close.
What you said, everything you propped up for Hurts, his defense took a turn for the worse. They had coaching snafus. All of those things are
and
true.
Guess what? But guess what? He still made the playoffs and he still won a playoff game.
Does Jalen Hurts play in the same division as Pat Mahomes?
He still
that's a yes or no. That's a yes or no. Yes or no. Pat Mahomes doesn't lose to his division.
That ain't got nothing to do with it. He still
you said he doesn't make the playoffs. And I told you
he had the 26th ranked defense, and he still went to the playoffs and he still won a playoff game.
Yeah,
so what Justin Herbert is 30 and 32.
When Jalen Hurts had the 26th ranked defense, they got smoked in the first round by Tampa Bay. So yes, put that
playoffs.
There. Brandon Staley had an opportunity to make the playoffs one year. All he had to do was tie. And what did he do? He did the opposite. That takes away from Justin Herbert. Justin Herbert had the Chargers up 4 touchdowns against Jacksonville. And what did Staley do? Fumble the game away. That's another L you're putting on Herbert. I'm just telling you, if you're just going to make a simple wins-loss argument for Herbert, you got to put the whole story together.
Bias.
Like you're doing for Jalen Hurts.
Jalen Hurts won 2 playoff games. They were in the same season, and he's lost his other 4. So
4?
Yeah, that's what StatMuse is saying.
I don't know. He's only played.
When was he drafted?
This is his 4th year.
21.
Yeah, this is his 4th season.
So he's lost 3. He's 2 and 3.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah.
He lost to Tampa Bay. He lost to Tampa Bay 2 times, right?
He lost Super Bowl and 2
Tampa Bay twice in Kansas City. Tampa Bay twice in Kansas City.
That's right.
That's his loss. But Justin Herbert been to 1 playoff game and took the L dog.
Again,
L dog.
Hurt if he's playing on this team, I think he's much better record as a quarterback. The Eagles have you've called them twice in the last 4 years the best top to bottom roster in the league. You have, Big G.
And I'm sticking to it.
Okay.
I'm sticking to it.
They're a top 5 roster.
So if they're the top 5 roster, so you should take away from some of the praise you're giving Justin Herbert, because he's not Justin Herbert, but Jalen Hurts, because he's got Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer after Hall of Famer stacked up on his roster. Herbert's
that doesn't fit the narrative, so we're not going to do that.
Exactly, because Herbert's.
So wait, time out. He has AJ Brown, Jason Kelsey's brother. Give me another Hall of Famer on that defense.
No,
Give me
he
another
has
Hall of Famer on the team.
brother.
Jason Kelsey.
Kelsey's brother and AJ Brown. Give
His
me
name is Kelsey.
Okay, Kelsey and AJ Brown. Tell me another one. Because I can run out to the Chargers and give you a whole bunch of Hall of Famers.
Yeah, well, no, you can run out there and get a bunch of Pro Bowlers who are always hurt. That's what you can do.
Khalil Mack, a Hall of Famer.
Joey Bosa, Hall of Famer too.
Oh, get out.
No, he's not. No, he's not. Stop.
Okay.
He's not.
Hit that bias sign. You don't have to show the camera. Just turn it right in your face.
Say it again, G.
We give you another chance, Big G. Take it back. Rewind.
No way. No way.
Somebody have an extra bias lecithin.
No way. Justin Herbert is overrated, man. He's overrated.
Okay. With that same respect, Jalen Hurts is overrated.
Get the bumper.
Justin Herbert can be overrated, and Joey Bosa is not a Hall of Famer.
I gotta get the bumpers out. Tate, throw it up. Let's see Dak in that beautiful boot of his. Those ain't cowboy boots. All right. Big deal, no deal, or this is the same ankle he broke, correct?
Yep.
Obviously, I think he's trying to hide this, which I don't understand. But anybody think this is a big deal at all?
I think those boat shoes are a crime.
Crime, absolute crime.
Yep.
As far as the walking boot,
The
It's
better
July.
looking of the two shoes, by the way.
correct. As far as the walking boot, I don't think it's a big deal. It's July. A lot of players do wear stuff like this, just for not necessarily injury. Well, not necessarily from coming back from injury. They wear it for a sense of stability. It doesn't. It's more so just they haven't gotten over that mental hurdle yet of wearing or being out of the cast, so to speak, or out of the as you see right here with Dak Prescott wearing out of the walking boot. Just more so is like, okay, I don't want to push it too far just yet. I'm going to save myself until when I have to be ready to go.
This is like an ankle binky. Makes him feel good.
Yeah, I would go with that. A binky.
Ankle binky. Tate, what do you think?
I don't think it's a big deal. Dak was in OTAs. He was throwing for some tight end camp for the good tight ends and stuff. He was throwing at that camp.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they say the word on the street is, I don't know how true it is, that he wears it. He wears it as a precautionary thing. So, I mean, I don't know. I don't think it's going to affect when camp starts for them in a couple, 2-3 weeks. I think he'll be there.
G, you want to burn him down, or you agree?
It might be little to nothing, but I do know this. I know you don't want to come into a season with nagging injuries as a quarterback. And in Dallas' situation where they really don't have a running game this year at all the focus is going to be on to kill Dak Prescott. Dallas will see more blitzes those first 6 to 7 weeks than they've ever seen Dak's whole career. They're going to see more blitzes than you've ever seen because they're going to have to prove to the NFL that they can run the ball. And I don't think that they can. So you got CeeDee Lamb and Dak. Stop them and you win. So they're going to blitz him like crazy. You got to be mobile. You got to have your feet. You don't want to nag an injury. You say it all the time. We don't know what the extent of it. Hopefully it's not a soft tissue thing, because that's a nagging injury that just goes on and on and on and on and on. So you might not want it. You might not want to have that if you're a Dallas Cowboy fan because he might be in a little bit of trouble.
Yeah, I hate to see it. Claude Bishop says he'll need 2 healthy legs to run from TJ, and also says that wearing a boot is a big deal.
Dak Prescott don't run for no ends. He just takes the sack.
Well,
Freaky Friday.
I don't want him I don't want to see my quarterback in a boot. I get why, you would try to hide that from the media, especially when you're telling people that you want over $60 million a year on your next contract. But man, you're the quarterback of the Dallas Cowboys.
Well,
you ain't gonna get away with hiding it. You might as well come out and be the first one to get ahead of it and say it.
That's big facts.
Make a good point. Maybe he's protecting the assets. Maybe that's it.
Listen, football is a rough sport. A lot of guys, when they have that break or whatever, it could be just something cleaning up a scar. It could be just like he could be doing rehab on it, and they're saying, hey, we're going to really stress this on this rehab.
Mm-hmm.
But because we're doing that, we want you to wear a boot when you're outside of here from rehab so that you don't. We don't know what it is. But what I'm saying is you're the Dallas Cowboys quarterback. Spotlight's on you as much as anybody, especially when you tell everybody, we thought you were overpaid at 40, and now you tell everybody you want 65. Probably might want to just go ahead and get ahead of it. That's just my take.
Is there any quarterback that has more pressure on him this season than Dak Prescott?
Yes.
Who?
That dude that's skipping out on practice up there in New York. That guy.
Oh, that's big. But stop it, Pay. You be so biased against Aaron Rodgers, man. Stop it.
You don't think he's
No
got?
way.
You don't think he's got? He plays in New York and he don't go
No
to practice.
way. No, there's not expectations for them to win the Super Bowl. Stop it.
There ain't no expectation for the Green Cowboys to win the Super Bowl either.
That's the expectations every year.
Well, I mean, they are America's team, but the Jets have what, 8 primetime games? I think there's a bit of a spotlight there on that team, and their quarterback that skips out on practice to go to Egypt to play in pharaoh tombs and sniff mummy dust.
Man, you're an Aaron Rodgers hater, man. You're a hater, man.
Proudly.
Aaron Rodgers hater, man.
Proudly.
That's bias, bro.
He's a weird dude.
Player. That's you a hater, dog. You's a hater. Come
All
on,
right.
man.
It's that time. Wrapping it up. We appreciate you guys rocking with us. If you haven't hit that thumbs up, please do so now as we get things wrapped up here.
Thumbs up yet? You're a hater.
Player.
Hater. Big G, you got I know it's off season, but you got any burners out there? We're in the off season. We got 2 receipts today, so we're doing pretty good. Anything you want to burn us?
You can burn it, mark it down, put it on the receipt. Michigan is going to blow Texas doors off. Put it on the receipt.
I think there's a little friendly wager out there.
They're gonna blow Michigan. Listen, Texas is in big trouble. This is my burner. The Texas Longhorns, they have lost major 2025 recruits over the last 48 hours. Like major. They're now ranked number 19, going with a down arrow going to number 20. And one of their guys that they had ranked in the top 30 has now been crystal ball to Ohio State University. Texas is in big trouble going into a real conference now and having to play in the SEC. Oh, come on, bro. They're in trouble. And they're going to start out what it will feel like when they play Michigan in the big house.
So you said Michigan's going to blow the doors off of Texas. Just want to make sure I get the quote right.
Smoke them.
Smoke them. All right.
Smoke them.
But what is there a
10,
point?
at least 10. At least 10.
At least 10. Okay.
At least 10.
All right.
Hey, you got anything to say with your chest?
With my chest, let's see. The Bears will be better than the DC Commanders. I say that with my whole chest.
Tate, you got a Tate's take or parting shots you want to give anybody a shout out here or anything?
Man, just again, check out the Sprint on Netflix. Support to get you ready for the Olympics.
I need to do that. I need to do that for sure. I got somebody to do dirty. We're gonna start off. Sports media is a little bit of a mess over the past couple of years. If you haven't noticed, ESPN with tons of layoffs, a lot of things moving around. You know, you guys are here listening to podcasts. Podcasts are out there readily available. A lot of good content coming out. If you go back to traditional content, I think, you know, Fox with Coward and you know, who knows what's going on with Skip these days and all these guys coming over. They really had it there for the taking with them. I have to listen to Carton this morning. I guess this was yesterday morning. No, it was this morning. Talking about how the Knicks are the best team in the NBA. They're going to win the championship. Guys, that kind of media is not where you want that kind of bias. I mean, Big G,
he thinks the Jets going to win the Super Bowl too.
The bias is hard to listen to. Like, that's not why I tune in to Fox and ESPN, CBS, and those kind of things. I go to my local stuff for that. I go to my Bengals pages for the Bengals stuff. I dip into the Steelers page for the Steelers stuff. I go over and listen to the Bear Claw when I want to find out something about the NFC North and the Chicago Bears. You know, like, I go to the local things. When I'm listening to national
and great food,
good radio, I don't know what's going on with the bias. And then I love Joy Taylor, not an Nacho fan, and don't even get me started on Shady McCoy. Who gave that man a microphone? Done with him. And then a guy who I normally like, Chris Broussard. I'm even as a Bengals fan, Nick, we're rooting for his Chiefs. I still like him. Broussard, I normally like. His NBA takes are great. But if you're going to be on Fox, don't say the Bengals have lost 8 of 9 to the Ravens. They have not. They're 3-3 in their last 6. In 2 of those games that we lost, we didn't have Joe Burrow.
Facts.
Is Lamar Jackson 4-1 against Joe Burrow? He is. He is. There's a lot of those, Lamar's missed some games, Joe's missed some games, so there's a lot of things like that. I just can't deal with it. If you're on a big show like that, you should have your facts right. It took me about 15 seconds to go on StatMuse and see it. It took me about another 15 seconds to go on NFL.com and double check those records. I don't understand. Do your homework. You're on national media. End of rant. Be better, national media. It's embarrassing that you're getting more things wrong. We're over here with facts. We're over here with better takes. I mean, Big G is going to butcher some names, but other than that, I think we're pretty buttoned up. That's all I got to say.
That's what I'm talking about.
So that'll do it for tonight. We're going to wrap up like we normally do. Last second to hit that like and subscribe and that thumbs up. Pay, take us out.
Arrest Brett Favre and throw Aaron Rodgers in a slammer with him.
I said, what Aaron Rodgers do?
What did he do?
To go to jail.
Be an off-season diva. That's a felony in this state.
Okay. And we out. That was for Claude. He didn't do nothing tonight.